Well, Cincinnati has enjoyed a real estate boom here in the last decade, with hundreds of millions of new investment dollars flowing into the downtown area specifically, like over the Rhine and other neighborhoods. But how much would happen without tax breaks?
A growing number of city residents are asking that question as the city and Cincinnati Public Schools haggle over a new deal that could increase funding to the district. But as I-Team reporter Dan Monk explains, it could also decrease tax breaks for all property owners.
Beans and okra, corn, broccoli, kale.
John Tree calls it a secret garden on his rustic lot in Mount Auburn.
It's very satisfying to eat what you grow.
But the secret's out on Tree's city view. Developers are snapping up lots all around him to build luxury homes. Taxpayer money makes the whole process possible.
We've overbuilt, we've over-incentivized, and it's now time to draw the reins back.
Tree is part of a growing backlash against tax abatements, which help to finance hundreds of new housing and commercial developments in Cincinnati since the 2008 recession. Tree lives in a 74-year-old house at the end of this street. He asked us not to show you the house because of privacy concerns. Hamilton County records show the house is worth $29,000 and Tree paid about $4,100 in property taxes last year. Up the street, there's another house worth $767,000. The owner of that house paid about $2,100 in taxes last year. That's because the owner of this property got a 15-year tax abatement from the city on the value of new construction. It's not just homeowners feeling the pinch.
My apartment got turned into a condo.
Mona Jenkins says a developer who used tax abatements forced her out of her Walnut Hills apartment.
It's not only happening in Walnut Hills, it's happening in Price Hill. It's happening in Avondale. It is happening in every neighborhood.
Jenkins spoke out against tax abatements at a Madisonville public meeting in April, organized by Michelle Dillingham, a leader of the Cincinnati Educational Justice Coalition.
Collectively, we're saying the current tax abatement system is failing the citizens of Cincinnati, and we demand a new system.
Cincinnati Public Schools wants a new system, too. It says it's now losing more than $8 million a year from tax abatements. City Manager Patrick Duhaney wouldn't do an on-camera interview, but he told Cincinnati City Council in a memo that abatements are a critical part of the city's economic development efforts. The city and school board are currently negotiating an extension of a 20-year-old agreement that makes it easier for the city to grant commercial tax breaks without school board approval.
This is a fascinating moment where a bunch of different groups are all coming together saying we need change, right?
Not exactly, says Bobby Maley, Chief Operating Officer for the Model Group. Its headquarters near Findlay Market is part of a 14-building project that cost $23 million. He says it could not have happened without tax abatements.
Our rents in Cincinnati often do not support the equity and debt needed to build a new building. And so there's often a gap there still.
Maley would like to see even more flexibility in the city's tax abatement policy to target projects that need it the most.
There are projects that are happening that could probably work without abatement. If those are happening, we should not be giving abatement to those projects.
But how much subsidy is enough?
We can't build at this pace forever.
John Tree doesn't want to lose his secret garden, but his rising tax bills are making it harder to hold on.
That's just not sustainable. Nobody can keep paying higher and higher taxes every year.
Dan Monk, 9 on your side.